Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in again to the third episode of Adventures of a PCV in Mexico. I am Daniel Farmer, as I assume you know, and I wanted to talk a little bit about why I chose to do the Peace Corps. That was requested of me in the comment section of the last video. And I'm also going to add to that what I have planned for the future for this year and for the rest of my service. And I'm also hoping that this not only gives you a better idea of what I'm doing here, but also an opportunity to receive some feedback. And if people want to collaborate on things or have ideas or suggestions, I would love to hear them. I also want you to know that I decided that I'm going to start doing these monthly. So at the end of every month, or at worst at the beginning of one of them, you will be getting another video from me about another topic about my experience here in Mexico, some aspect of the culture, or the Peace Corps. So why did I choose to do the Peace Corps? I've known about the Peace Corps for a long time. I grew up with godparents that I knew had been in the Peace Corps. One of my greatest mentors, who was my freshman high school English teacher, was in the Peace Corps. So I'd sort of known about it for a while, and it wasn't something that I was certain that was for me or that I was going to do. But I knew that it was a thing and that it involved going to other countries and helping people. So when I was sort of entering into my sophomore and junior year of college and thinking about what was coming next, I had Peace Corps sitting in the back of my head. And around that time was also when I decided that environmental education was what I wanted to do, and the impact that I wanted to leave on the world was going to be in the space of environmental education. And so a lot of the feedback I was getting was, well, you have to make sure that if you're going to do the Peace Corps, you're going to get to do environmental education, because you already know that that is what you want to do. And a lot of times in the Peace Corps, the work isn't necessarily what you expect it's going to be, which is what I found, though, so far, definitely in the space of environmental education. So on May 1st of 2016 is the day that they were going to release the positions available for June of 2017, which was the soonest I could leave given my graduation date. So within that first week in May, I went on the Peace Corps website, found the environmental education posting in Mexico. I thought it was perfect. I wanted to be working with students, helping them develop an environmental consciousness as well as leadership skills. There was also some teacher training written in the description. And I thought to come to Mexico would be so powerful. I really wanted to use my Spanish, and Mexico has such an important relationship with the United States that especially in the context of the Peace Corps, it made sense to me that that would be a place that I would want to go. So I applied immediately, and several months later received an interview, and several months after that received an invitation. So that's why I chose to join the Peace Corps, more specifically to be an environmental education volunteer in Peace Corps Mexico. So now been in the country of Mexico for 9 months, 3 months of training in the city of Querétaro, and 6 months here at my site. I've been assigned 2 sites, so I'm working between the community of Rancho Viejo, which is the community I'm living in, and another community nearby called Álamos de Martínez. So here in Rancho Viejo, for this coming year, I'll be giving workshops in the elementary school and in the middle school, and I'll also be supporting a local group of women in the church who want to do more work for the community and support the people here with the support of the parish and of the father of the church. And so I'm currently working with them to build an eco bench, which is a bench made of trash, which is very exciting. In Álamos de Martínez, I'm working on a few different projects. So I will be giving environmental workshops in the kindergarten and in the elementary school. And then I will also be supporting the high school's environmental club called Eco Chavos. So hopefully we'll be working on a biointensive garden, monitoring the monarch butterfly as it passes through this area, and then also really working with them to develop group skills and leadership skills through a mentorship program and other ideas like that I'm working on. And then in terms of the workshops that I'm giving in all the schools, those are all related both to big environmental problems like what is climate change, and then down to what is happening here locally, what are the things that we can do to impact that. The biggest environmental issue here being that there's nothing to do with the trash, so most people burn it. So I'm working to find a solution to that. So in addition to these more principal projects directly related to environmental education, I am seeking alternate ways to help people here and to impact people here. So one of the big ones is a lot of desire among the population here to learn English. So I've been teaching some English classes in high school. And then some more fun things. I'm going to start teaching ballroom dance lessons in the high school and for community members, and introduce the sport of ultimate frisbee to people here. So really looking forward to some of those projects. And then additionally, sort of large scale to my service. So the one aspect of it is this trash problem. I also just want to be a good steward to the people and have as big an impact as possible. In a sort of recent revelation around that is that the best way to have the biggest impact is to bring more people here. This community is very isolated, does not get very many visitors or very much attention. But I have a lot of people who have a lot of skills to offer and would have interest in coming down here. So working on building more collaborations in the future. I've already had a couple. I've had some friends come and play a concert here, which is really special. And another friend come and do air quality and water quality workshops, both with community members and with students. And both experiences were incredibly impactful, and really looking to find more opportunities like that in the future. So that's what I'm doing here. Those are the plans that I have for the future. Thank you for listening. I would love to receive your feedback, your suggestions, your ideas, especially looking to build more of these collaborations out. So if you have interest in that, let me know, and I will see you at the end of February. Peace.